I've been hard at work at improving the Nintendo room. This is part 7 of building the new Nintendo room. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, there are 7 updates for me to bring you. Now I had originally wanted to get out my new room tour by the end of this month, but I don't think it's possible. I think I did say that it would be out by the end of the summer, which is technically September 21st, so I'm going to get on that. And that's my new goal, September 20th or September 21st. There's just too many projects still left in here that I do want to finish off. So let's get to the 7 updates this video. Update number 1, I made a Poke Corner because I got a lot of the Pokemon Fit plush in. This is a near complete set of the 151 from Generation 1. There are a lot of them, and normally these are about $11 each US. They're also called Sitting Cuties in North America. I'm just going to move this garbage bin out of the way so you can just see a few more of the cute evolutions down there. The rest that I'm missing, roughly 30 of them are in the mail. I'm not sure if those are going to come here in time for my room tour, but that's one of the things I'm waiting on. So I put all of those here. I do want to make videos about the Pokemon Fit or Sitting Cuties. They look remarkably good. And then I made a Poke Corner over here, which is a little difficult to see, but this is all of the main series home Pokemon games except for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, which we do have as well somewhere. But those are actually on display, I think, with the Switch games or something like that. So we made a Poke Corner, which looks pretty neat. I'm not sure if I'm in love with this or not. I do probably want to make the Pokemon more apparent in the room, so I might move them at some point. But for now, they're over here. At the top is my collection of 151 figurines in one collector's case. I really like that set. It looks ridiculous, especially up close. It's just the entire set. So I'm really all about Generation 1. You can comment below, what's your favorite generation of Pokemon? Update number 2, you might have looked over this. I changed the desk in this space. I'm using my Super Mario Bros. 3 table now. So underneath this cool keyboard that looks like Super Nintendo, this is my table that I made originally for beer pong and flip cup, but now I've repurposed it as my computer desk. My old computer desk was a little bit smaller, so this gives me more space, number 1, and number 2, this is actually Nintendo themed because the other table I had here was just black. So I thought, hey, I have the table, we're not using it, let's use this as my desk. My friend Reese was over and he really suggested this because now I have a CRT TV. It is on a swivel, so we can kind of turn it into the other side of the room if we want to do that. So it's on a swivel, maybe we could put it angled towards the couches if we ever want to play that way. So we have TV number 1, and then these 2 TVs are for my computer. However, I can use one of them to play video games as well in HD if I want. So I've got like my CRT for gaming, and then 2 other screens, especially when I start streaming, all over again on my Mario Bros. 3 table. This table took me over 100 hours, I think over 300 hours actually, to do, because what I did was I cut out all of these little images pixel by pixel, and then I glued them down onto this table and then put urethane over top of it. I finished this probably almost a decade ago, and I do have a video up on YouTube about that, so you can check that out if you're interested. So that's update number 2. Update number 3, over here on this side, I have all of my World of Nintendo plush and a lot of my figurines as well. Originally, I'm not sure what was going to go here. I think it was Mario items. That's what I had last video, but I decided I have plush on that side, so I'm going to probably put plush on this side. Maybe eventually I'll put the doors back on these cabinets because the plush with dust is not a good idea. And then I thought, since all of my amiibo are here, I might as well put the rest of my figurines kind of in this corner, all in one place. So along with the amiibo, I have all of my figurines. This actually isn't all of the figurines because I do have that Pokemon set of 151 that I talked about. I have some other Pokemon figures, and I have a lot of Mario figures that aren't here yet. So I might find a new place for the World of Nintendo stuff, which we'll get to later in the video. I think it looks pretty good. Just to go over these really quickly, we've got down there Earthbound, Mega Man, Pikmin, Pokemon, Kirby, Fire Emblem, Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and The Legend of Zelda, and then the World of Nintendo, which includes Splatoon. We have only 3 of them from the World of Nintendo for Star Fox. I really wish they'd give out Slippy for that as well. Zelda, Pikmin, and the Mario series as well. And on top, I just have some Mario, little World of Nintendo, and Odyssey hat, actually. I do want to update the Mario wall, so hopefully that's coming next video because this is not done. I want to put all the Mario games on this wall. Originally, all the Mario games were in this cabinet right here. For now, I just have them stacked there and stacked kind of amongst all of my games, but I do want to put them on the Mario wall, so I still have to put those up. So that's update number 3. Update number 4, you might notice some posters over here in the corner, and posters in other areas of the room. It took me a while to decide what posters I wanted up, but because this is the Amiibo wall and the Super Smash Bros. Wall, which is getting an update as well, I thought any other series from Nintendo that's a big series that's maybe not Nintendo made, but at least related to Nintendo and Amiibo and things like that, are posters that I love. So I put up a Mega Man X poster, love the Mega Man X trilogy on Super Nintendo, a Banjo-Kazooie poster, which is really timely right now, them being announced for Smash Brothers. I'm excited. F-Zero getting some love, because that series doesn't get enough love, especially my Nintendo room, and probably one of my favorite posters of all time, Secret of Mana. One of the best games, the Collection of Mana just came out as well. I'm going to pick that up on the Switch. So, other posters that are up. Metroid getting some love. We have Super Metroid, wonderful poster right there, and below that, a Metroid Prime 2 Echoes poster, because I don't think Metroid, for me, deserves an entire wall, but it certainly does deserve a shout-out and a little bit of space like it has right here. Same with F-Zero that I just did. Other posters that are up that are new in this space, from my memory, I think the Zelda posters were already up there, and I think these 2 Zelda posters were up there. I need to mount those a little bit more securely to that bathroom door. But here we have Star Fox. I like Star Fox a lot. I know the series hasn't been that consistent, but Star Fox 1, Star Fox 2, and Star Fox 64 predominantly are the best games in the series in my opinion. I really like those, but there's other ones that are good. Star Fox Assault, Star Fox Command, but Star Fox Zero really let me down. So I thought, again, just like Metroid and F-Zero, Star Fox gets a little bit more love, so we have 3 posters on the side over here. Making our way over here, we have a Galaxy 2 poster, one of the best games of all time for sure. And then because I have my Mario Kart down here with a blue shell, shoutouts to Blue Shell, or just, I love the blue shell. It's a ridiculous item, but it's definitely designed specifically for Mario Kart. So I thought below that, or behind it, we can have a Mario Kart 8 poster, a Super Mario Kart, where it all started off, and my wife and my favorite Mario Kart game, Mario Kart Double Dash. I still need to put a few posters up here, but I'm not sure what to put in there quite yet, so we'll get to that. And then the last posters I have up thus far are a Donkey Kong trilogy, because Donkey Kong deserves some love in this room as well. Again, probably not a whole wall, but Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3 on the Super Nintendo. 2 is probably my personal favorite, 3 being the weakest of the 3, and then Donkey Kong Country 1 is just so nostalgic and a wonderful game. So that is update number 4. Update number 5, we have the the handheld collection shelves have completely been redesigned and updated below here, below the Zelda wall. I wasn't sure what to use this space down here because we have Wii U on one side of the Zelda wall, and then I have like the Switch on the other side with the Virtual Boy, I guess, that's kind of pseudo home console and handheld combined a little bit, especially the Virtual Boy and the Switch. So below, or beside that, below the Zelda wall, I have all of the handheld systems. I designed this by having as close as possible to the top, because it is the Zelda wall, all the Zelda systems that I have. There's a few other handheld Zelda systems. You can comment below which ones am I missing, because I am missing a few. And then I have in order the Game & Watch, the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, and the 3DS, and then all the other variations of handhelds that I have. There's a few more that need to go up there. So I'm not sure if that'll be big enough in the long run, but I really wanted to make most of those consoles face out and make them look really good, rather than turning all the systems on their side. The art is wonderful, and definitely want to display them. So that is update number 5. Update number 6, which is different to this space, is the seating that you see right here. Before I had a poker table with 8 chairs around it, and that is really cool to have in this room, and I do want to have it part of the Nintendo room at some point, because I want to make that poker table Zelda themed. But ultimately, it was a little bit big, especially now that I'm moving in my Nintendo Power magazines. You can see them boxed up there in several boxes that are all going to go along these shelves that I've been working on. Another video about that is coming soon. So because of that, there's not quite enough room for the poker table right now. There might be, but for now, especially because I moved the couch back a little bit to accommodate for that extra desk, I thought let's put in 2 chairs. So these chairs I bought secondhand, but I think they're from the Brick originally. I think I bought them months and months ago for like, I can't remember, 60 bucks each or something like that. They're red, they work out really well in this space. So I updated that. That's update number 6. And update number 7, you can see a shelf right in between there. I originally wanted to do a Super Nintendo coffee table that would go right here, and I still might do that project before the room tour, but I'm not sure if I'll have time for that. So, because the desk went over there, what I did was I grabbed the one bookcase that was behind the desk, because the desk has angled legs. This didn't really fit anymore, and I went to IKEA and I bought another one that you can see down there below the desk. This one fits a lot better, and it's the exact same height as the other shelves that I have there. That's basically my TV display stand. So now I have 8 cubbies for my home consoles for Nintendo, because they have 7 home console systems. More if you go back to the game, the Color TV game. So I brought this unit over here, and I decided to fill it with basically what it had before. So the last update is this shelf here. We have my board games that are Nintendo specific, and also a little Club Nintendo area, which looks pretty good. So the board games are handier here because there's a table behind me. So now we can actually get at them if we want to play on the table that's right over here. And the Club Nintendo items, this is not everything I have from Club Nintendo, but it fits pretty well in this space and looks kind of cute. Looks kind of good. So the back of the shelf originally did have a back on it. I took it off. I'm going to paint this so that you can't tell that that shelf's there. And I'm going to put some items on this side of the shelf too, so now it's a two-way shelf. Rather than having just a black shelf on the back with like a poster on it, I thought I might as well use the shelf space and actually display something. So this gives me a little bit more display in the middle of the room. I really like this lamp, by the way. The lamp looks pretty neat. It's a Piranha Plant lamp. It has 3 different variations in color, so I have those there as well. So those are the 7 updates. To give you an idea of what's coming next, this wall here I'm not that happy with. I think I'm going to change this around a little bit. There is this weird triangle cutout in the wall, and the height here is roughly 4 feet from there to the bottom. I had a magazine rack here for all of my walkthroughs and guides, but they don't fit there very well, especially the Zelda guides that I have down here, the big boxed from this set right here from Prima. They don't fit in this. If they did, that'd be wicked, but they don't. It's not wide enough of a shelf, this guy. So this all looks a little bit random. I might get 2 Billy bookcases and put them here that are half height, and that might look a little bit better. And then I'll get to the other updates that I want to. So hopefully that's coming at some point. I might do something with the beam up here. I'm going to work on the Mario wall. I want to get all my wires sorted and everything with this that's going on in my table that I have for the NES. I've got to do a video about that. There's a lot to get through. So update all the systems, and I need to update a few more of the posters. The Super Smash Bros. Wall needs to get done. I want to put the games up aside and get that done. There's way more lighting to put up. There's the shelves that I want to put up around the room, basically, and maybe make that Super Nintendo coffee table. I also finished off this little black piece. I painted that. So there's tons going on in this room. That's why the room tour might be delayed by a few more weeks, because there's a lot more projects to go. The room is looking fantastic. It's a work in progress, and I definitely have more to go. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below, what was your favorite update from this 7th part of building the new Nintendo room? This is the 3rd Nintendo room I've built, and I've really been enjoying myself. The Mario-thon is taking place the August 30th weekend. I think we're starting at some point around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday night, playing through all the main series Mario games on one TV, back to back to back as any percent. So make sure you check that out. We're raising money for charity for McMaster Children's Hospital. Thanks for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, especially Instagram. And remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming. Thanks for watching, everyone.